Hello, everybody, and you are back to another episode of Conspiracy Theory. My name is Catherine, and welcome to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure that you guys are subscribed. Okay, there is going to be a live coming up once we get to 100 subscribers, so help us reach our goal. There's going to be some free giveaways and all of that. We're going to play trivia, tarot trivia. Okay, it's going to be related to the tarot and also related to previous conspiracy theories. So it'll be some conspiracy theory tarot, is what we're going to call it. But please, you guys, make sure you drop a like for me. Okay, do that. That really does help this channel grow. All right, so just keep that in mind, and I really appreciate all of you guys. So thank you. All right, and also check out my other two channels, Queen Cancer Tarot and Tarot Talk Live. The links for both channels are below. I did recently have hand surgery, so I'm not accepting any personal readings right now, but I will be booking probably at the beginning of next month. So starting June 1st, I will be the website will be open and ready. Okay, but all of my information is below. The link to my website is below. My email address is below. I am going to be doing a version of what we call the strawberry letter, but we're going to call it something else. I'm coming up with a name for it, but I'm going to be taking open questions. So whatever topic, whatever subject you guys would like to ask about, we are going to be having an open forum. Okay, and also, if it's a personal question, I will be answering those as well. So anything at all that you would like to ask, just keep it respectable, and keep it respectable. And I'll let you know if it's something that it's off limits to this channel that we're not going to be looking into. I will be very specific about that. But just email me your requests, send me your emails, or you can put a question in the comments. If you don't want it to be anonymous, if you do want it to be anonymous, let me know when you send your emails to me, okay? And I will keep it anonymous. All right. Other than that, let's get started. All right. So first and foremost, I think I need to remind everyone that everything that we say on this channel is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so please keep that in mind and have a very open mind when you're listening to these readings. All right. So we're going to be looking into the Marilyn Monroe shall we say accidental overdose. Okay, that's what it was. That's what they say it was. All right, so we're going to find out if that is actually a real accident. Was it a real overdose? Did she really accidentally overdose? Did she overdose on purpose, or was this something far more sinister and made to look as though this is what she's done? All right, so downward spiral, self-inflicted, or staged. And if you all would like to check out my introductory into this, I did touch on about 8 different events in the past, in history, up to now. I just picked out 8 of my favorites and decided to ask if that was a real situation, or if it was staged, or if someone manipulated events to make it happen. All right. And then wanted it to look as though it was something else to everyone else. So go and check that out. I will drop a link to that reading below. I also did a separate one for Whitney Houston because she was one of the names in the list of 9, but I skipped past her So that's when I decided I was going to do a deep dive into Whitney Houston. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to do a deep dive into all of the ones that I have not already done deep dives into. And that was like 6 or 7 of them. I think, no, I think like for 2 or 3 of them, I've already done deep dives. Okay. But for like 5 or 6 of them, I have not. And Marilyn Monroe is one of them. All right. And I think I may have looked into Marilyn Monroe before. I may have, but we're going to do it again. All right. So, first question in, and we're going to start off with the oracle messages and we'll clarify with the tarot. Was Marilyn a spy working for other countries or another group with political ties, perhaps? Was Marilyn a spy working for another or other countries or some other political group? That card wanted to come out, but I put it back in there. All right, so let's see. Okay, this is in the reverse. It says, I want to have it all with you. This is in the reverse. So this is an energy of someone who is kind of like taking what they can get or being satisfied just getting the bare minimum. And we'll just leave that there for a moment. Okay, step out of comfort zone. And this is in the reverse. So someone who's being very careful and someone who has already conceded to the fact that they don't necessarily have to have it all. As long as they get just enough or as whatever it is they can get, it's like this person is happy with whatever they can get out of this situation. Okay. And there's the energy of needing to be very careful, not stepping out of their comfort zone. An energy of doing things undercover, not wanting to be caught. Could be. Let's get one more and then we'll look at another oracle deck here. Well, well, well. Look at this. Wish upon a star. Wish upon a star. And what was Marilyn Monroe? She was a star. Definitely was a star. And there was some sort of wish fulfillment that there's an energy of her being in this position for a specific purpose. Okay? It's bigger than the stardom, is what I'm getting. There's an energy of not wanting to be caught. So whatever it is that is on the background is to remain hidden or behind the scenes. Okay? And with I want to have it all with you, there was never any intention on developing any long-term, wholesome familial relationships on her behalf. She was not here to bond and live life until she was old and gray. Could be, but that's my take on these specific cards. Now, what just flipped out the deck was the pet card. Pets are completely dependent on their owners for everything. Okay? To eat, you know what I'm saying? To have shelter, to go to the vet, to make sure that their food is good. If not, buy a different food. Just needs a lot of attention. Right? That's what I'm getting here. I'm getting an energy of that she needed a lot of attention. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I am back, and hopefully you can see. Okay, I changed the angle a little bit, so hopefully you can see. All right, let's get back to it. Sorry about that. So we have pet here. So again, something needed more attention, or someone was paying close attention to something, perhaps. Someone being taken care of or relying on someone else. Was MARILYN a spy or doing espionage, working for other countries or groups? Now, pet and marriage. Again, this is all about a commitment and being connected to someone, having a close tie or commitment to another person, group. Under the deck, look at this. Theft. Okay. Scammers. Loved ones taking advantage. Watch your money, lock your doors, change passwords. Okay. Energy vampires. So, and boundary. Okay. Crossing boundaries, getting information. Getting information that was considered espionage or something that was considered a betrayal. Okay. I get Seven of Swords energy, some sort of secret or someone crossing some sort of boundary while being connected and relying on someone else calling the shots. Okay. So very much like a marriage, but one that they are definitely loyal to or beholden to someone else or outside of them. So let's see what the tarot messages say here. I'll just kind of give it a little bit of a light shuffle. Okay, let's see. We're going to cut the cards and then I will, oops, see what we get here. Look, the Nine of Swords. Okay? Betrayal. Just like I said, this is a betrayal. And this is someone who is will do anything, okay, to get this information. And you see how this person is in the middle of this bed here? Do you see that? You notice that with all these swords? Well, well, well. The King of Cups. Again, a card of devotion, but this also talks about being distant. So there is some sort of distant devotion or devoted to a king, perhaps, of another place. But this is looked at as some sort of betrayal or for the purposes of betraying someone. Very much so. Under the deck, the Six of Cups and Temperance. Again, this is all about friends or nostalgic or having memories or thinking about something from their childhood, perhaps. But with Temperance here, this is a card of quiet energy on the hush. Okay? On the hush. And you think of nostalgic, you think of memories, you think of one being in their head, right? There's some secrets, things that are only in her head. Okay? Now, did Marilyn find out information that led her to her unfortunate ending? Let's look at the collective oracle box here. See what we get. Did Marilyn find out information that led to her end? Put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is. So she started talking. Did she start saying things perhaps that made her some sort of a risk? Oh, we got green, the color green here. And this is in the reverse here. And it says, ooh, foreclosure in the reverse. Okay, you think of one who's foreclosing, it's usually on a piece of property, most cases a home. And if it's in the reverse, this is someone who is avoiding losing their home. Okay, they're making some sort of perhaps deal so that they can keep their home. Okay, if maybe they're reorganizing here, but see, putting their money where their mouth is and foreclosure in the reverse. So did she have information about money dealings? Perhaps this is where she got her money from, is because of what she knew, and she started to use that maybe to avoid foreclosing on her own, because I don't know that things were in a very good place towards the end. Let's see what else we get here. Well, we have taken in the reverse. Well, I mean, the first thing that comes into my mind is left behind. Okay, if you're not taken, you're left behind. What was left behind? This is a red card here. So this is always, for me, when I pull these red cards out of this box, I did this for a reason. The red cards are all warning cards, things to look out for, red flags. So caution cards, okay? So taken is in the reverse, left behind. Yeah, there was some information that she found out about. And I feel like with left behind even, I feel like there may have even been an energy of her wanting to ensure that things were taken care of, that she was taken care of. Let's see what else we get. Let's get some good oracle messages here. I'm going to look at a different deck. Sacred Symbols Oracle deck here. See what we get. Did MARILYN find out information that led her to this ending? Meditate. Okay. Someone with rosary beads. Now, I don't know if Marilyn Monroe had any, if she was considered religious, what faith she practiced, what the case was there. But there's definitely an energy of her tapping into source here, or quieting the energy around her, focusing on something, trying to balance her energy. This also pairs with the Temperance card here. You see this? Very quiet energy. Meditate and Temperance. Number 40 here. And Temperance is number 14 in the Major Arcana. Some of you may be seeing 40 or 14. The numbers 40 or 14 may resonate with some of you. Okay, what else do we have? We have water here. Meditating on some sort of, or thinking about something, being very emotional. And again, I've already stated this, that there was some sort of emotional downward spiral that she was going through, in addition to other things that she was dealing with as well. Okay. Everybody wants to say, oh, yeah, she was, using and doing this and doing that. Okay. But there were also other things that were going on. And how do we know, whether the chicken or the egg was present first? You know what I'm saying? So let's be real, and also not just victimize people without knowing the circumstances. Now, knowing how shady people are in the era of Diddy and others, I'm just saying, and that's not alleged, it is a proven fact. So things happen like that. Under the deck, we have karmic path. Yeah, she was definitely doing a lot of thinking about the path that she had gone down, perhaps even with the least moral things she had been involved with, being with the president and his brother. I'm just saying, it was just a lot for me. Okay, so consequences of being on this karmic path, and then we have the moon. See, secrets. Consequences of this karmic path in combination with these secrets that she was carrying. And then we have the death card here, see, which is basically the answer to our question. Did she find out information that led to her ending? Her unaliving is what I wrote here, to be transparent. And I will show you the question that led to her unaliving. Did she find out information that led to her unaliving? Okay. I just wanted to show you so you can see how just on point these cards have been. I mean, just super on point here. So, what is this about putting money where your mouth is, or where her mouth is? Basically, she was saying things. She was willing to stand on it. Foreclosure in the reverse. This is, again, an energy of holding on to something, not having it taken. Oh, not having your home taken. And we have taken in the reverse, not letting go, holding on to something, standing on business, meditating, and water. So there was a lot of emotional thinking and going back and forth. I feel that she very much fell in love. I feel that she very much wanted to have a family. And I feel that she was grappling with the weight of so many different things. Not only are you in love with someone who is unavailable, it's immoral, this person, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot there. So I feel that she let, if not one brother, both brothers know that she was willing to give everything up and just moved to the country and wanted to live happily ever after as Mrs. Kennedy herself. I'm just saying, it's all alleged, but that's the name of the show here. Okay? That is the name of the show here. So let's look at the tarot messages. I'm very, very intrigued. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please place a yellow heart in the chat for me. This is interesting. So we have the Nine of Wands. That Nine of Wands is burrowing their stick in the ground, basically digging in and not going anywhere, where they're planning on being around. And unfortunately, I think that Miss Marilyn got pushed out. Pushed out in a very, very ugly, cold way, and it affected her. We have the Ace of Pentacles. This is all about a new opportunity, moving on to something new, perhaps. Right? We have someone with this Nine of Wands energy, and we have someone in this Ace of Pentacles. It's just like two opposite situations. Okay? That Ace of Pentacles is all about a new opportunity. Okay? And that Nine of Wands is all about burrowing down and not giving in, not giving up, putting all your time, effort, and energy into making it through. I feel very much that Marilyn wanted to have a family, but she also had information. And I don't know if she was willing to give up this information or if she wanted to give it all up. She was willing to take a risk or a gamble by putting your money where your mouth is. This is you basically gambling. Are you being willing to bet or to basically vouch for something? Speak on it, to be confident that this is going to happen. Maybe she alerted the powers that be in her that she was loyal to or had commitments with, that she didn't want to do this anymore, right? With taken in the reverse, it's almost like an energy of leaving something behind. Okay? Foreclosure in the reverse. I'm willing to give it all up. You don't have to take it. You know what I mean? There's no need. I'm willing to give it all up. That is deep. Let's see what we get here. Ace of Wands. Someone who's extremely passionate about something. Ace of Wands also refers to someone saying yes, things taking off. And the Ten of Pentacles. That's money. Mhm. Sorry, guys. Hold on, hold on. Wait a second. Sorry about that. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I just think that there was something that made her this target. Perhaps. Oh, look, Three of Swords. Okay, this is all about loss, and also that Three of Swords can also represent some sort of a separation from something, or someone in the commitment being very let down. Okay, let down. Why? Because this person is wanting to go in a different direction. But this person is beholden. They're in a commitment. This is a commitment that is meant to not be broken here. So I don't feel like she's taking things the same way. And we have the King of Wands. Cutting ties with some sort of a leader or someone who's in charge. Hmm. Y'all, I'm going to have to put this one, have you guys put this one in the comments for me and let me know what you think about this. Because that's hitting a little home with this Three of Swords with the King of Wands. Too uncanny. Now, did Marilyn overdose accidentally? Was it an intentional overdose? Or was it staged to look that way? Let's put this here. Let's have a look. Was this an accident? Was it intentional? Yet an overdose? Or was it something more sinister or staged to look that way? Gratitude. Okay. Gratitude. 35. We have this lit candle here. I feel like there's an energy of it's almost like energy of being grateful that a light is being lit to this. Talisman or a key. Keys open doors. There's an energy of being grateful that this door is being opened, right? getting to the bottom, unlocking a door. Interesting. Let's see. It's a good spirit shield. Welcome. Accident, intentional, or stage. Accident, intentional, or stage. Prison. This is an energy of someone who is either in prison, or this person is unable to really move past the situation. They're stuck. Oh my gosh. Stuck. Could this literally be an energy of being stuck with something? Perhaps a lethal dose of something? It will happen within a week. It will happen within a year. And then we have stability. So I wonder, and did this happen during the summer? It says summertime here. Okay. So I feel that there's an energy of getting answers, but it's going to take a full year, with time and things happening within a week here. OMG. So prison, being stuck, and then it says within a week and within a year. Something is going to happen within a week and then within a year. Wow. I can't believe that we're getting all these time cards here. And then we have yes. It will happen. See, we keep getting it will happen. It will happen. It will happen. And then we have the summertime card here with stability. Things are going to heat up before they stabilize. Things are going to heat up before they tone or cool down. There's going to be a lot of hot talk, perhaps even suspicion about things. And then that talk is going to tone down. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. So again, I'm glad that that kept happening. For whatever reason, it was like I kept having to pause because it was like, I don't know. It was like a distraction and it happened multiple times. It happened like up to 3 times. And here we are getting the time card 3 times, literally. And it says it will happen. It will happen. And then you got this freaking card that says, yes, it will happen. I can't. And then we have stability here. Okay. Accident, intentional, or staged to look that way. This is telling me with it will happen, it will happen. Someone was determined for this to happen. This was not an accident. Okay? This was not an accident. With prison, I feel like either she was literally stuck with something or in a situation where she was held down. Okay? And things took place that were not something that she would have done on her own or to herself. Let's look at the tarot messages. Sorry, guys. Here I go dropping decks of cards again. Okay. My hands are not fully stable, but they're stable enough. Stable enough to do what I am doing. 4 of Swords. This is all about I don't like the way that whole thing looks. You know what I mean? I just don't. With those 3 swords hanging above her, I don't like it. 4 of Swords. This is all about being on the inside, or also an energy of being very calm about a situation despite what may be happening. Okay. Or despite something that may have happened in the past. There's also an energy of being quiet about something or knowing a truth, right? But being quiet about it. We have the Hanged Man. Leaving someone hanging or creating some sort of an illusion. Okay, but it's more of leaving someone hanging, sleeping on the truth, being on the inside, knowing what the truth is, but sleeping on it, being quiet about it, hoping that, others won't catch on. So, very much looked like it was staged. to look like it was an accident. Under the deck, look at what we have here. I cannot make this up. I can't do it. I cannot. The fact that we pulled that card out of another oracle deck, and now here we go pulling it again out of the actual tarot is beyond me. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Sudden changes, also reflecting this transition. Okay, this was sudden, but there was energy of, with the Hangman. Yeah. Going to sleep, contemplating things, and then with the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving. All about charity, but it's also about soulmate energy. And we have the Knight of Swords. This is all about things taking a turn or going in a different direction all of a sudden. Okay. Can you imagine, being on the receiving end and then you're just on the end of not getting anything, no attention, no phone calls, no nothing. You're just iced out, apparently, like you were a prop or a fad. I don't think that she was going to go down that easily. And I think that her emotions got confused with her sense of purpose for whatever she stood for. And it was just a big mess, I feel. Okay. One second. Okay, sorry. So yeah, yeah, I feel like things took a turn. We have the Queen of Wands here, letting me know this is all about third party or some outside interference or someone outside or an external party had also some sort of a hand in things. There was an external person involved, okay, in keeping things quiet. Y'all, too much. Did MARILYN threaten or warn others about what she knew? Was she getting upset, losing patience with people, which is what I'm feeling? Let's look at True Emotional Oracle. Did MARILYN threaten or warn others about what she knew? Or was there some sort of emotional cries out that basically were, putting others on in very uncomfortable and precarious positions? Well. First card up, romance. Aha. Twin flames. This is all about justice here. This is our justice energy. But this is also about consequences or some sort of cause and effect or consequences of this romance or relationship, right, that was taking place here. So I feel like she may have threatened this person. It may have gone from romance to twin flame. Okay. They turned from one thing to another thing really, really quickly. And likely when she realized this was not a shared energy, it was a very unequal give and take, like with that Six of Pentacles that we saw. Okay, very unequal give and take here. But someone wanted a real commitment. Look, running. See? Yep. So I feel like with running, this is almost a sense of feeling that this warning or these threats are now putting you under some sort of a target, or now you know that you're going to have to run at this point. We have feelings, so this is all about getting very emotional. Okay, could it also be the energy of feeling that this person was running away from them or running away from her? She couldn't get a response, couldn't get her feelings weren't being reciprocated, and she was very unhappy about that, right? So this romance went from romance to twin flame energy quite quickly. Okay, quite quickly. Workplace affair here, and too late. When I say quite quickly, I mean to the point of I think things were said. Okay, and we have side hustle, and I feel like it was too late. Maybe other people got aware of this. There was some sort of awareness of things that were said, and I feel like from one government official to another, there was awareness that, okay, this person must be going off the rails. We have an asset that is, obviously things are getting out because there's obviously some sort of relationship involved. Okay? There's some sort of relationship involved, and we've got to pull our assets out of the situation. And in this case, there was only one way to do that. So let's look at the tarot and see what the tarot messages say about these threats or warnings or emotional outbursts. I feel like that whole birthday song situation was an emotional outburst of hers. That was the beginning of an emotional spiral, you guys, if you will. All of the documentaries that I've watched allude to that. So we have the creator here, Empress. This is someone who's very attracted to someone, or vice versa. And this could be Marilyn's energy, very attractive to others. When is Marilyn Monroe's birthday? Is it in July? She a Libra, a Taurus, or a Cancer, you guys? Let me know in the comments. So we have creator here, Empress energy. Oh, sorry. Now, I did that for a reason. So y'all saw me flip that card over, which I did. And it's the Lovers, but I'm not going to take it, but I flipped that over for some reason, which I put it on the bottom. That's the card that's going to be on the bottom. So we have the Eight of Cups and we have the Lovers. See? Look at this, y'all. Look at how that came out. I knew it was a reason why I was flipping that deck up so quick, but I don't like looking under the deck until last, but that's fine. So we have the Empress, we have the Eight of Cups, and under the deck, we have the Lovers. Did she threaten or warn others? Yeah, she did. The Eight of Cups is all about being emotionally overwhelmed, and I just said that. I just said it. I just said that, she was going through a lot of emotional feelings and they were overwhelming and she wasn't getting them reciprocated. She wasn't getting the responses she was looking for or needing. And it got to her in a serious way. We have the Lovers and we have the Nine of Pentacles. It's like an energy of knowing that you have this person that you say that you love and you call them your lover, but with the Nine of Pentacles, you're single. You're virtually single, and this person is in a whole commitment, and you'll never be recognized by this person. So it was a very devastating place that I feel she was in with the Five of Wands here. Devastating. I feel like she was very distraught. We have the Ten of Wands. See, emotionally overwhelmed. It was too much. It was a lot of stress, but there was also a lot of conflict in what she was doing. Okay. A lot of tension. Okay. Perhaps even between the commitment that she had allegedly previously and this love, emotional commitment. And I feel like those two worlds collided. She ended up not being the asset that everybody thought she could be. So let's see here. Did others involved in government positions visit MARILYN and alter the scene or do anything to harm her? I said what I said. Let's see. And I don't know which of the brothers or if it was both. I'm just asking. Was it someone in a whole nother government position? But we want to know where others involved in government positions visit MARILYN and alter the scene or do something to harm y'all. Need I say more? But I'm going to. But need I? The snake. Oh my God. Y'all, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up, y'all. What are the chances that I shuffled and pulled and cut both of these cards out? The snake and the girl with the snake. So yeah. Yes. 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 The answer is yes. Oh, y'all. That just reminds me of that card. Yes. And I just said it 3 times. I just said yes 3 times. Seduction here, y'all. I can't. This is just too uncanny. Wow. 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 Wow, 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 wow. Do you see what I see here? I'm not saying another word. Okay, next. And then, y'all, Hand of Cards. Taking a chance or a risk. Being strategic. Y'all, do you see this? Options, not showing your hand or gambling. I'm done. Using seduction as a guise, but also not showing your hand. What is your true reason for being here at this talented young lady's home in California? Why are you there? What is your real reason? Do you see under the deck? Y'all, I can't. Separation. Sadness, missing you. Just separated. And we have the sword and the rose. Clarity, truth, and revelation. The truth is coming out here. And we have passion. Somebody was in the heat of the moment. Things got heated. It says summertime. Just take everything how it resonates, y'all. These readings don't have to hit spot on, but energy is energy. It's not going to lie. Let's see what else. What is the vibe here? If others in government positions visit MARILYN, alter that scene, or do something to harm her. And all of this says yes. All this says yes, a snake. And yes, the girl was with the snake. And there was some sort of seduction that took place. And things got passionate or heated. And with the sword, perhaps, and the rose, like someone's truth came out, and we have separation. Hand of cards. This person is guilty. We have laughter, happiness, joy, and healing. With possibilities. Shattered. And two-faced. Well, did others involve? Yeah, two-faced and shattered. I believe that there were two, or someone who was two-faced. They said they were coming under for this purpose, and it ended up being something completely different. Consequences here under the deck, y'all. I'm sorry. With lust. Yeah, this is not good. And boundaries. This person did cross boundaries, okay? And then isolation. Someone was alone. So, and it says this. Oh, rejected. Okay. Someone crossed boundaries here. Not good. I mean, laughter and possibilities. It's like they came under the guise of, we're here for a social visit. Possibilities, playing into that wish fulfillment, that aspect of what she really wanted and what they know that she wanted, but it ended up being something else. So we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. That is that's pretty low. The Knight of Pentacles is all about reliability, right? Committed, right? Someone that you can count on, someone that you can trust. But with the Five of Swords, this is all about those true colors, okay? Those true colors coming out. Some sort of secret, some sort of hidden matter. And we have the Page of Pentacles, once again, all about wanting to be recognized or looked at as being reliable or someone that someone can count on. And then we have the Six of Swords. Having to get away, or someone moving away from a situation as quick as possible. not wanting to be recognized with that Page of Pentacles, not wanting to be recognized and getting away from a situation. Yeah, but with the Knight of Wands, there's the energy of this person is very flamboyant. So it's kind of hard not to see this taking place. So it's like this person thinks that they're not going to be a scandal about these things. The Ten of Cups here. Someone who has a family or someone who is already in a high level of commitment. That's too bad. That is too bad. Now, was evidence destroyed or hidden that could implicate anyone specific? Was evidence destroyed or hidden that could implicate anyone specific? Exhausted. Exhausted and cold. Okay, exhausted, blow up, and now we have stagnant. Interesting. Was evidence destroyed or hidden that could implicate anyone specific? Yes. Exhausted, glow up, and stagnant. Yes. There was definitely information that was hidden because they didn't want it to be seen. Okay. They didn't want this to be lit up, right? Out in the open, a public display, people finding out about this. They didn't want it to be in the news or recognized by the public to get word of this. With stagnant, there's energy of things would just grow cold, right? Things would get stuck, dead end, frozen, right? People would stop asking questions because they wouldn't be able to see anything, right? If you destroy this evidence and hide things, right? Psychopath here, okay? Abusive, conniving, and unpredictable. So somebody behind the scenes, or there's the energy of someone who was just all over the place, did this intentionally to make things, stuck. Because look, chaos would follow. There's energy of chaos and burned bridges. See, this is almost like I said, a matter of national security gone awry, okay? Because of the lack of, people being able to control their self, okay? Period. People in high level positions put themselves in perhaps maybe compromising positions, literally, figuratively, and all the like. And unfortunately, situations like this have come up. So that's where we are. And I'm sticking to it. I'm sorry for all of the pauses. We're going to ask the tarot messages. We're going to look at the tarot messages and then we'll look at the last question. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied because it's been such a long reading and I'm so thirsty. Hold on just a second here. Okay, I had to take a drink. And I'm drinking Sprite. Just so you guys. My Sprite. In a can. All right. I want to go get some water. All right. So, with evidence destroyed or hidden that could implicate anyone specific. Definitely. Okay, definitely. There would be ultimate chaos and burned bridges, and there's a psychopath as well. And with stagnant, there's almost an energy of trying to delay things as much as possible so that certain individuals didn't find out. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. See, someone being very guarded. Okay, very guarded about something, holding something very close, guarding information. Nine of Cups here. That's all about wish fulfillment. Interesting. The Four of Pentacles is almost like an energy of someone who's holding on to the little that they have. And the Nine of Cups is someone who has everything that they want and more. Do you see what I mean? One is very not content, and one energy is being very content. Okay. Insecure versus secure. Yeah, there's information that someone was holding close or keeping close. The Page of Cups. This is all about someone being in their head or having information locked in their head, thinking about things or having something that only they know. Seven of Wands. Page of Cups and the Seven of Wands. This is someone who is basically trying to come up with a way to hide something. That's why we have that Four of Pentacles. Someone who is very, very holding information closer, being very guarded about information that they have. All right. With the wish fulfillment, there's an energy of it could be perhaps that, this is very coveted information or information that others are looking for, or knowing that others want this information, knowing that you're sitting in a very, very special position, should I say. So, yeah, she knew too much. Will any facts or other information ever be revealed about Marilyn Monroe? Will any facts or other information be revealed about Marilyn Monroe? Okay. Well, it says hopeful, inspired, optimistic, and success. Okay. Okay. Let's see what this is. And in the reverse. Nurturing in the reverse. Giving back and wisdom. So holding something close to yourself, not sharing with others, being hopeful. So there is energy, or yeah, energy that there are certain things that may be coming up or may come up. So we have distance and nightlife under the deck and stiffen. Hmm. Distance and nightlife. Yeah. Distance, divorce, ghosted separation, gamble, Vegas. Interesting how you have gamble, striptease, Vegas, and then you have rumors, gossip, and nosy. I feel like there will be other information that's going to come out. That's why we have Sip in here. Something is going to come out. There's an energy of hopeful and giving back in the reverse. Someone's been holding on to something. Someone with mentorship in the reverse. Is there an energy of someone knows something that may have been close or worked with Marilyn or under Marilyn as an understudy, perhaps? Continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. So we already found out about the addictions. We found out about that. What else is there to know that we don't already know? Will there be any facts or other information? Very good. Let's see here. Interesting. I flipped it on the world. Up. And the chariot and justice. Okay, with the three of cups. So, something about family, friends and family here. Okay, and you have the Emperor here. I can't, you guys. Under the deck, the Eight of Swords. That is crazy. Eight of Swords, and now the Two of Swords. That's 10 swords. Yeah, there's going to be other information. There is going to be some sort of justice or something that happens regarding the law. Friends and or family may have things to say. Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Mm, y'all, Ace of Swords. Sorry, guys, with the King of Swords and the Fool. I'm so sorry. And the Star. Okay. This is all about truth. This is all about some sort of authority or authoritarian. The Fool here talks about someone who is either taking a risk with the star being seen or something coming to light after someone is taken a risk. This person could have blown some sort of a whistle to bring light to a situation with the star. You see what I mean? Hmm. Y'all, that's just too uncanny. So we're gonna definitely keep our ears to the streets on this one because this is an older situation, but I'm telling you, every time I hear it, it's like it was yesterday. But you guys do your own research, okay? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm so sorry about all of this starting and stopping. I would try to edit things out as much as possible. But I love you guys so much. Please continue to support the channel by hitting that like button. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed. Also, hit your notifications and make sure that is clicked for all so you guys can know when all of my readings are posting and every one of my videos are uploaded. And also, when I get ready to go live to announce the winners, I want you guys to make sure that you are entered. Okay, so yellow hearts, hashtag win, all of that in the comments, and I will put your names in the entries along with the others. I love you guys so much. Take care, and I will see you on the next conspiracy. Bye.